Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be looking at the Olight OPen Glow. So this is not a standalone flashlight as I usually review. It's something quite different, and I think this pen has an innovative design. It's got some features I haven't seen before in a pen light. Got this sent over to me by Olight. They kindly sent me a review model to take a look at. And yeah, prior to actually receiving the OPen Glow, never even considered carrying around a pen light. I have one from many years ago. But yeah, when I got it, I didn't really have much of a reaction when I received this in the mail. It's, for me, takes a lot to get me excited about a pen. But when I took this out of the box, there were a few things that caught my attention straight away. So there was a laser, which took me a little while to figure out how to use because it kept mentioning it in the instruction manual, but I just wasn't reading the diagram properly on how to activate it. Also comes with a 120 lumen front-facing flashlight here in the clip, and also a new and innovative soft mini ring light underneath the nib. I'll show you how that works in a moment, but that allows you to write in the dark. It's a very even light, free of artifacts. So this is what you basically get in the box. So obviously you get the pen itself, you get a ink replacement there, couple of instructions, well, an instruction manual here, and some warnings in the warning booklet. And here is a charger. So basically this is the proprietary charger that it comes with, and you just basically stick that in there like that, and it starts charging. Just show you the box here. Okay, Olight OPen Glow rechargeable pen light with the charging base, and it's got a 2-year warranty, says there on the back. Here's a little bit of information here. EDC pen with a pen clip LED light, pen tip light, green laser pointer, green pointer beam at the tail. You can see down here as well in the specifications, it tells you all the measurements and the output. I actually run some tests on it later so we can see if it actually holds up to these specifications. 155 millimeters by 12.7 millimeters in diameter, 38 grams, so it's pretty light. It's got a 110 milliamp hour battery inside. Here's a little close-up of the pen, and my first impressions is that it has a really high quality premium design, excellent machining, anodizing on the outside as well. It's like a matte black finish, but then you've got these tiny little dimples here which create some grip when you're holding the pen. Appears to be aluminium with type 3 anodizing. It's also got triangular cut threads underneath the clip and the head. So just, if you unscrew it like that, you can access the actual ink cartridge and underneath the head over here. Okay, so they are not anodized as well. They're just bare threads. Holding the pen, it feels a little more weighted towards the tail, and that's because the battery is somewhere in here in the tail, just underneath behind the clip. But yeah, the entire pen weighs 38 grams, very light, negligible really if you're putting it in your pocket, in your bag, that kind of thing. The main LED here on the side, it's basically on the front-facing clip, and comes with a soft diffuser. Okay, it's really tiny. It looks like one of those surface mount LEDs and ones that you'd see like on a camera phone or something, but it's a lot brighter than that, which was quite surprising. It's difficult to even look at front on. I think this is a great intuitive position to put this light, and yeah, especially if you're clipping it onto your pocket, you're gonna have that clip exposed and the rest of the pen kind of disappear in your pocket. So having that LED on the side there allows you to activate it from your pocket, and yeah, without actually having to take the pen out. And I think this would have definitely taken a few extra steps in engineering to implement this, running that wire through the inner clip tube, and yeah, just rather than putting it on the body. So good to see that Olight have put in the extra effort to create a design that's more practical for everyone. Not sure what the LED is, but it's 5700K. That's what it says in the manual. It has high surface brightness, like I mentioned before. It's just really uncomfortable to look at, even on the lowest 5 lumen mode. It has a 1mm squared die surface, and yeah, it kind of looks like those LEDs found on those higher end keychain lights. And compared it to a couple, but I did find this one was significantly brighter than the ones that I have on my other keychain flashlights. I really like the LED under the pen nib. I think it's amazing. It's got this warm color, 4000K. It's easy on the eyes and also soft and even with no artifacts. So it's not like one of those LEDs that you just have, you know, like a circular LED somewhere underneath and it just blasts out light everywhere. It's quite soft, and even Olight states in the manual that the pen tip adopts some kind of soft light design, and due to that a certain amount of light loss exists. The laser is located here just on the top of the pen, and it's green. It's a green laser, 510 to 530 nanometers, rated at 0.39 milliwatts. So it's a class 1 laser. And it's interesting because there is some type of silvery covering here on the back of the pen. The pen comes with a 2-year warranty, and also the 2-year warranty applies to the charging base, which I think is important because you're going to need that to juice this up. Okay, so I just want to show you a bit of the UI, how this light actually works. And you can see here just on the side of the pen, it's got this bolt action switch to obviously extend and retract the nib, but this has an important implication with how you select the different lights as well on this flashlight. So I'll show you a little bit about that in a moment. But first, let's go through the main LED here. So the LED on the clip. So basically, if you click and hold, you access moonlight mode. Okay. And you can double press to access the high mode. That's the highest mode available. It's really bright and difficult to look at. Okay, so whether you're in the moonlight mode, you know, or whether you're in the high mode, you can go moonlight mode and then click and hold low, medium, high. Okay, but if you just turn the flashlight on, it will actually just cycle through low, medium, high, low, medium, high. But it always starts off in the moonlight mode. Okay, but yeah, if you press and hold, it goes straight to the moonlight mode. Turn it on normally, starts in the moonlight mode, and then it'll go low, medium, high, and then it will just go low, medium, high. So it won't go back to that moonlight mode. You can actually lock out the light as well. So you can press and hold, and it will sort of blink off like that. And this will allow you to enter this momentary mode, which is just, just basically moonlight mode by pressing that back button. So no other functions are available while in this mode, okay? Just that function only. To unlock it, you just click and hold, and there, just go straight back. I think that's a good function because, you know, having this pen in your bag or in your pocket, you know, it's only a matter of time before you're going to accidentally activate this thing. When you get the light, it actually comes locked into that moonlight mode as well. In order to use the nib LED, you just have to extend out the nib first. Okay, so you can see the nib and the pen is extended, and then you just press that button on the back. Look at that. And a nice little light here. Okay. And to turn off that light, you either just press that back button, or you can retract the pen and it turns off. So pretty simple. Let me just show you what this looks like when I'm writing. Okay, I've just switched off all the lights. I'll extend that pen nib and turn it on. Okay, 0.2 lumens, but really enough to get by. You can see what's happening here. There's some little bit of sketching I was doing before. You know, just scribbling a bit of stuff down like that. Very easy to see here in the dark. Even if you like to sketch, if you like to draw stuff as well with the pen, there's more than enough light, especially if you're in a pitch black sort of scenario. And as you can see, it's very nice smooth beam. Okay, you do get a little bit of this reflection here. I think that's caused by the metal running on the inner side of the tip. But yeah, as you get down further, absolutely no artifacts or anything at all, or even from a distance. Pretty nice. So in order to access the laser, you firstly have to have the light unlocked, which it is at the moment. You have the little bolt in that position, and all you do is just push up on that bolt, and laser comes on. There you go, green laser, and you push up again, so kind of left there, and then it turns it off. So you kind of got to press and hold for about 1 second, and you can feel the button actually being pressed. There's some kind of button just underneath the back part of the light that it actually presses. I'll just show you where it is. So you can disassemble the light, and that little blue switch there, you press it by my hand and activate the laser, is actually what gets pressed when you push up on that bolt. And the cool thing is that you can actually use the pen independently from the back end. So, I could be writing something, need a bit of light, use that, okay? But one thing you can't do is you can't use both the laser and the light at the same time. So only one of them can be active at once. In order to charge the pen, basically you need to have the nib retracted, and you just insert the pen directly downwards, and you can see it glows red around there. It turns green when it's completely charged. Olight also include this little magnet that attaches to your tabletop or wherever you use the light, so you can use that and basically just stick it to the table. I've got it kind of attached to the side of the table here. The bottom of the light is magnetic, so if you have a metallic table or just an area or side of the table that you can attach the charger to, that's fine. You don't have to use that little sticker. All right, so let's talk a bit about performance. So here I ran a quick test where I had the pen just facing the LED, just facing the sensor. So I started the pen on high, so 100%, just by double pressing that button on the back, and it stays between 90 to 100% all the way up until 2 minutes, where it drops to about 70% or just close to 70 to 80%, holds there for another few minutes. At the 7-minute mark, you can see it ramp down to just over 40% of output, and it holds that all the way through the test. I did run a slightly longer test afterwards, and it lasted close to 30 minutes until it started to decrease in output slightly. I actually ended the test at 30 minutes, but I'm sure the light could probably last for a bit longer. I also did some measurements with my Olight Master Pro, and you can see here on 1 meter moonlight 5 candelas, which is about 4.4 meters of throw, all the way to high 15.8 meters of throw, measured 63 candelas, and you can see the color rendering index was between 67 and 70, and also the CCT measured between 5,300 to 5,700, increasing as there's more current going through the LED. The LED on the side here is rated at 120 lumens on high, stepping down to 60 lumens. The light pattern's nice and wide, similar, like I said before, to the flashlight on an average cell phone, but just much more powerful. I wouldn't say this is suited for self-defense, but the LED is definitely very comfortable to look at, especially if you're a few meters away. Some considerations you might want to keep in mind: there's a proprietary internal battery and charging system, so if you need to get those replaced, you will have to go through Olight. I also think that some kind of counterweight or maybe additional battery would have been nice to have in the head. I'm probably asking for too much, given that the pen cartridge actually runs through the head portion of the flashlight. I don't know how they would add a battery in there, but yeah, overall it does keep the weight of the flashlight down, even if it doesn't have the battery or another battery here on the front. And most of the weight, as I mentioned before, is more on the back end of the pen. Another thing I would have liked to see is having the high mode on momentary as well, just being able to switch between the moonlight and high mode if possible when holding down that back button when the light is locked out. Okay, it's not 100% necessary, but just reminds me of those tactical flashlights and being able to access it on full brightness when needed. Overall, I'm really impressed with the OPen Glow. I think the design and the UI is well thought out, and you can tell that Olight have put in a lot of time and research to get all the little things right, as well as add in some innovative features. This pen could be used as your EDC light. That's what I use it for, and just as a backup light as well that lives in my backpack's pen slot. It's very bright for such a small light slash LED. So if you're looking for an excellent quality all-in-one pen light, this could definitely be the one for you. I've left a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I probably missed out a few things here or there. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, click the like button. That just helps me to get it out to more people. Finally, if you want to see me make more reviews, make sure you subscribe. Okay, I've got the OPen Glow and I'm gonna pop it on to the turbo mode. Okay, turbo mode, I'm gonna go for a little walk as well.